Welcome to the new episode of The Midnight Snack with me, Dice, and...
Hi, C.
And Garvey, of course.
Kikintab na mga lips nyo ah.
Kakakain lang.
Greasy stuff na naman.
We have something greasy today.
Yes. So, what's happening? Pangilang episode na ba to? Mukhang medyo... Sanay na ba?
This is our third episode, and by the way, if yung mga food businesses dyan, if you wanna sponsor our snack,
You wanna sponsor him?
You wanna start with that, huh?
you wanna sponsor our snack, please message our page, and we would be happy to feature your business sa podcast namin. And at the same time, we have something to munch on for our midnight snack.
Yun talaga yun. ano nangyari sa'yo?
Yun yung bottom line.
Magsalita ka.
Ano tayo? Palit. Change,
Sorry
please.
Okay, no?
Okay, go.
Walang censorship dito. Pwede tayo magkamali at walang judgment. Diba? Wag lang matapunan to kasi yan talaga tapos. Pa-bite muna.
Okay. So, how are you guys?
Kamusta?
Okay lang. How's your week?
So far, okay lang. Normal. Sometimes naboboard tayo pag normal pero sometimes you also have to be thankful ba na normal.
Oh, yeah. No.
Right? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Ayun,
very
yun,
much.
isa yun sa... Yun, isa yung na-realize ko. I mean, I'm speaking for my behalf lang. Si IC iba yan eh. Iba yan maghanap ng...
Abnormal.
Hindi, iba yung...
Masyado kang defensive.
She thrives kasi yung mga... May challenges eh. Yung mga may iniisip siya.
So gusto niya ng problema?
No, I didn't say that. Yung parang...
Gusto ko busy?
Hindi naman. Basta...
Something to do?
You know what I'm saying. Ba napansin mo, siguro it's a guy thing, yung kaya ko lang na parang tanga lang yung walang iniisip.
Ako rin. Ikaw, madali ka bang maboard?
I don't know. You tell me.
Hindi mo alam sarili mo.
Ikaw ba?
Ikaw ba? Di ba? Kasi...
naboboard ka ba sa normal scene ng life?
No.
Di ba?
Sometimes, Rocky, ganahan man sa yung nasa kwarto
No.
nakahiga lang. Gusto ko rin yan.
Hindi ako naniniwala dyan nakahiga ka lang kasi sabi mo, akit ako, higa lang ako, tapos nandun lang sa cellphone, nandangin, di ba? Meron kasi akong ganun eh. I don't know if meron kang ganun. Yung parang, wala lang, yung parang nakatunganga ka, tapos wala kang iniisip.
Meron ako ganyan.
Na-miss ko din yun kasi I think kids these days wala silang ganun. Na-miss mo yung pagising mo sa umaga tapos may 5 minutes ka lang na parang kang tanga.
Exactly.
Kasi nangyayari ngayon, pagising mo, the first thing you do is pick up your phone.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Tapos hanap ka kagad anong nangyari or you missed out ba? Parang are you still part of the world? Kasi yun yung nangyayari. Parang pag hindi ka, medyo natagalan ka na hindi nakapag-cellphone, feeling mo na you missed out a lot.
Yeah.
And ako naman, I miss the part na dati, yung gigising ka na
Tanga-tanga lang.
5 minutes na hinuktok lang ba? Parang
Tunganga.
tunganga, hinuktok.
Tapos yun rin yung parang thankful ako because of my age or parang yung generation ko, millennial. Naabutan ko yung ganun, yung nakatunganga, wala pa yung mga cellphone age and stuff like that. Pero naabutan ko rin yung golden age of technology. So,
Hindi,
thankful
pero
ako.
mas maganda pa rin yung Gen X kasi yung yung millennial, lang kayo eh.
Kailan ka ba nagka-cellphone? At what age?
High school na. 2000s na.
Hindi, ikaw, maaga ka
Mga
nagka-cellphone.
2001 ata, 2002.
Ako 97? 96.
Basta,
Nung nag-meet tayo, may cellphone na ako.
Yun. Islacom yata yung line mo nun.
Yeah,
kasi mga line pa yun di ba?
Tas I have,
Wala pang prepaid
tas before
nun.
that, may yung pagers.
Pager.
Yeah, I have that.
Napaka-busy niya. Akala mo napaka-importante niya nun eh. Akala ko nga rin.
Feeling importante na talaga ako dati pa.
Diba?
And then before that,
main character na siya.
and before that, we have the walkie-talkie.
The two-way radio.
The two-way radio. Yeah, we have that.
Narinig
Parang,
ko yan.
We have the communication yun sa family ba?
Tapos parang may group chat doon, di ba? Sa radio na parang papasukan
sumali
mo na
ako
channel.
nung first year high school. Yeah, I did. And then may mga eyeball din.
Oo, di ba?
Oo. Yeah, I'm Barbie doll.
Baduy.
I'm the youngest.
Baduy.
Hindi ko na-try yun kasi
Oh, and then, sa tawag doon?
drop calls.
Crossline.
Crossline ba yun? Ay,
Crossline, yung sa landline.
Di ba?
Crossline ba yun sa telepono dati?
Sa landline, oo.
Yung parang may tatawag
May
ka.
ibang line na
Basta
that's
crossline,
crazy.
crossline
Oo,
yun.
then cellphone texting.
Ganon ka primitive yung dati na technology ng yung you communicate. Ngayon yung nauso na yung Yahoo. Ano ba yun yung chat dati?
Yahoo Messenger.
Yahoo Messenger. Yung may chat.
Yahoo.
MIRC.
No, it's di man na Yahoo. Na ay Yahoo yun. Yahoo group.
Basta may chat pa ba
Pero
yun?
may MIRC din, di ba?
Yeah, that's bago
Diba,
na
Jack?
yan. Bago
Hindi
na
ko alam
yan.
yung MIRC.
Yun yung nabutan
Yun
ko, MIRC.
yung mga characters na, di ba? Ay.
Emojis ata, may mga emojis na dun sa MIRC.
Basta. Weird, no? Yung mga ganun. Tapos, di ay like last night ba to? Tinanong kita. Kasi pag ganun ko ng phone. Yung kids ngayon, like, marunong pa ba sila mag-text sa QWERTY? O sa, anong tawag dun?
Sa buttons.
Hindi,
Buttons?
tanda mo yung phone dati. Diba?
Diba?
Inuulit mong i-press yung certain button kasi
Hindi sila marunong,
tatlong
no?
letter yung nandun.
Or 4?
Diba? Kasi ngayon,
tatlong letter.
QWERTY na ngayon, diba?
QWERTY.
So,
Pero sa phonetics, yung tatlong letter, yung
Hindi sila marunong, no?
4444, yung...
Tapos I remember, nag-SM ta before. Tapos meron pa yung pabilisan ng text.
Oo
Meron
nga.
din doon.
contest.
Yeah, contest.
Oo.
Meron yun.
Yeah. Ang babaw ng kalagayahan ng mga tao.
Ang bilis ko mag-text eh.
Dahil tatandaan ko dati yung mga Street Fighter tsaka Tekken sa mall, yung mga nakapila, yun eh. At tsaka ano ba? Actually, simple lang dati. Tambay lang. Tambay-tambay lang sa mga mall.
Nagsusmoke pa sa mall. Pwede pang mag-smoke sa mall nun.
Inside.
Yeah,
Inside
sa
ng mall.
No?
Naabutan mo yung pwede mag-smoke sa loob ng sinihan.
Hindi na ata. Pero
naabutan
yung
ko yan.
sa loob ng mall.
12 pesos yung sinihan, sa taas ka na nun.
Sa balcony.
Balcony.
Nabutan ko yung taxi, 14 pesos yung non-aircon, 16 pesos yung aircon.
Ang tawag, hindi taxi yun eh. Naabutan mo yung tawag, PU.
Iba yun. Yung PU dati, maliit yun. Yung public utility. Yung, di ba?
Hindi. Taxi na yun.
Taxi na.
Taxi na yun.
Yung yellow na may stripe.
Di, kasi yung PU hanggang ano lang yun, hanggang 80s lang
Yan,
talaga yun.
naabutan
Hindi
ko
na
nga
umabot
yun.
yun. Tsaka ang late nun, delikado kasi yun. Pag nabangga ka ng patay ka.
Minika yun.
Minika.
Oo.
Tsaka ang hirap
Kia Pride na. Mga Kia Pride na nun. Yung taxi.
Nag-taxi?
yung
Kia
time
Pride.
mo.
Oo.
Pero,
yung hatchback ba?
no. Kasi yung sinasabi niya, yung PU dati, maliit din yung minika. Tapos, kailangan bumaba ng pasahero sa harap para makababa yung pasahero sa likod.
Pero magkasama naman
So
sila, di
parang
ba?
2 doors lang. Pero may...
Yeah, 2 doors.
Oo. Pero sobrang liit.
Hindi ka kasya.
Na kailangan mong bumaba sa sobrang liit.
Pero sa panahon yun, kakasya pa ako. 80s.
Kasya siya.
Kasya siya.
Kung what she's trying to say, if
Naabutan mo ba yan?
kung nandito yung
Yung ngayon.
Yung ngayon, wala.
Yung
Oh my
diba?
God, yeah.
So,
But yeah, at least nabutan natin yun. No?
ganun po si Heisey talagang pino-point out niya yung obvious na parang hindi ka kasya doon.
Salamat
Diba? Laging,
No, I'm just telling you. Kasi baka mag-isip ka na,
Ayan.
Hindi, yun ka eh. Yung parang alaskador ka din eh. Pero piko naman.
Alaskador.
Piko naman.
Ano yung alaskador?
Mang-aras. Mang-Alaska. Mang-asar.
Manungog.
Mang-asar.
Sungugan.
Sungugan.
Okay. Teaser.
T-shirt.
Iba yung tease ko eh.
Oo nga eh.
Yan. T-shirt yan.
Teaser.
Bye na bye.
Oo nga.
But anyway, so ano pa ba mga ganap ngayon? Ano ba yung mga
No, the last episode you mentioned what's his name? Si Sophie.
Current events, yeah, si
Sofronio
The
Vasquez.
Voice champion, right? The
Yes.
Voice winner or grand winner?
Yeah, he's the 26 season ba yan ang tawag nila doon?
Hindi ko alam.
It's the US na The Voice.
Yeah. All I know is Filipino siya, tapos si Michael Bublé yung coach niya, tapos first time ni Michael Bublé yata nananalo, or first time niya maging
Yung team
coach
niya.
na
Yung
coach
nanalo
doon
yung
this
kinocha
season,
niya.
tapos nanalo agad siya.
Is he always a coach there?
No, I think he replaced Adam Levine.
Oh.
Adam Levine yun eh.
Yeah. It's very nakaka-proud pa din.
Oo,
like,
yun.
diba? He's kuan pala, I've read nga. He's 32 years old. He's from Osami City.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, his family name is Vasquez. And then he's a dentist.
Talaga?
He's
By
a
profession?
dentist. Yeah, by profession. And I think he started singing talaga. He's joining. I don't know which happened first ha kasi ang sabi, it's his dad daw. Ang parang yung first coach niya talaga.
Yung alam ko, sumali siya ng tawag ng tanghalan.
Oo, but I think that's when his dad died na. Bumalik siya sa singing. I think it's his dad kasi yung coach niya
Voice
talaga.
coach niya.
Voice coach niya.
Wow.
So, when he died, bumalik siya sa singing. Dentist na siguro siya nun.
Sad.
Basta, and then, umabot siya sa grand finals ng what do you call this? Tawag ng tanghalan. And then, he also auditioned, blind audition yung The Voice, di ba? Yung nakatalikod yung mga coaches. Sa Manila, 10 years ago.
Sa
10
The
years
Voice.
ago,
Ah,
sa
yung
The
sila
Voice
Apple Diap.
PH. I don't know.
Sila
The Voice PH.
Sarah Geronimo.
I don't know sino yung coach. Basta he
basta
joined.
okay.
And then,
Hindi siya na...
no one turned theirs. No, not
Bakit?
even one.
Ang ganda kaya ng boses niya.
Really? Or I don't know ha. Kasi, yeah, obviously kasi nanalo, di ba? Pero why do you think? Why do you think no one turned their seat?
Oh, wait. You're asking me? Okay. Kala ko nag-enjoy na ko. Wala akong pakialam
Oo
sa'yo.
nga eh.
Hindi, kasi yan. Hindi kasi pinag-usapan namin ito nung nakarang araw.
Thank you, Jerk.
Thank you, Jerk. Nandiyan pa rin si Jerk po.
Shout out, Jerk.
Ayaw niya lang magpakita dahil ano daw.
Mahal daw yung ano niya.
Director namin siya.
Actually, sasabihin ko lang siguro, kasi grabe naman na walang judges na nag-turn ng chair for him.
Unbelievable.
Tapos nag-champion ka sa Amerika. I'm not saying
All
na...
four turn.
Pero
siguro-
nakita mo ba yung audition?
Maybe. Yeah.
No, yun yung walang
Napanood
nag-turn.
mo ba?
Napanood mo?
I've read on write-ups.
Baka may palpak siya sa audition.
But that's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Diba?
Siguro it wasn't his best at that time.
Yeah.
Or maybe
You
the
know?
song choice.
Kasi panahon lang naman yan eh.
The song choice also. It
Yeah.
matters.
Baka di bagay sa kanya.
Yeah, like I've said, baka that night wasn't his.
Yeah.
And maybe then the judges didn't turn because siguro the voice is parang we've heard it before. I don't think I can coach him because parang common siguro.
the judges are Filipino.
Diba?
He's a Filipino.
Siya,
Everyone's Filipino.
syempre, kay Michael, it's something different. Pag narinig nila doon, iba to.
Yeah.
Ibang timbre to. Kasi
Diba?
iba yung timbre ng
Pinoy.
iba yung timbre ng Pinoy. Kaya ako lagi sinasabi dati, ang dami nagdi-disagree na parang I don't think there's only a few Filipinos that can really sing R&B like
Oh, yeah.
the R&B like the Boys to Men kasi iba yung timbre ng Pinoy. Like, but I'm not saying na iba. Like parang pag kumanta yung Pinoy ng yung mga ballad ng mga iba di ba? But
And also the attitude that comes with that, di ba? Yung sa R&B.
iba kasi from the soul yun eh. Isipin mo naman the
That's hard.
our brothers they invented a lot of music, and I think most people there don't know it was the black that created rock and roll.
Yeah.
Diba? So I understand now na bakit napaka-protective ng mga
Blues, di ba?
halos lahat, jazz.
Black people created blues, right?
Yeah. I think ang naimbento lang ng mga puti is country.
Yeah, that's so them. Yeah.
'Di ba? Country music, and medyo kinuha pa rin nga nila rin yun sa blues.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Kasi
Yun nga yung issue nila kay Elvis, di ba?
Elvis is rock and roll. That is why he's always accused of appropriating and stealing music from black people. Because but to be fair with him, he grew up in Memphis,
Yeah.
Tennessee.
And he loved it.
Yeah.
Di ba? I mean, based lang sa
This
biography niya.
Yeah.
biography niya. He loved it. He embraced it.
And the thing lang na siguro...
He wasn't thinking about the money. He wasn't thinking about the money at first, right? He just loved that.
I don't know.
No, I mean,
if he wasn't thinking about the money, why does he dress that way? I mean, I'm just kidding, man. Performer talaga siya. Hindi kasi, syempre, at that time, panoorin nyo nga pala to. Parang documentary, 64th anniversary. 64th anniversary ng The Beatles sa Disney Plus.
Is this true?
Ano yan?
Indonesians are claiming that Sofronio is Indonesian.
Okay. They can claim all they want. Alam naman natin.
Oh yeah, he's from Osami City.
Filipino eh.
Di ba? But
Osami City is very small, I went to grade 6 there.
Really?
Grade 6, yeah.
oh, yeah. Kudento mo yan. So where was I? Before I was rudely interrupted.
Okay.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Yeah. The Beatles, 'di ba? Parang yun nga, yung parang iba rin eh. Iba rin yung binigay nila. And nakakatuwa lang panoorin yung kasi they were the first boy band technically. They were like built for
Sino
that.
to?
The Beatles.
Boy band.
Somebody's gonna get mad at that.
No. Ito I can back it up. Kasi timing lang kasi nun, pinanood ko yung The History of MTV. So, yung mga kids there, hindi nila alam ano yung MTV. Yung the music television channel. Yeah. Yun yung YouTube namin dati. Pag gusto namin manood ng mga music videos, nakaabang kami noon na MTV. Yeah. And it was launched early 80s. So, that was like the peak of pop and music. And MTV's purpose is to release music videos to put image sa mga music na sikat. At that time, but before MTV, meron na pala mga network dati na nagpapalabas ng mga music videos sa mga artists.
Ano yung nauna? MTV or Channel V?
MTV.
MTV, okay.
Sila talaga. Pero ang nangyari naman nun, yung before that, meron na mga music videos pala dati pa, 1930s, 50s. Huh? Yes.
Music video, how did they shoot that?
I mean, they had movies.
Meron naman movies.
Oo nga, pero that's move.
That's how they shoot.
Kasi ito, hindi kayo maniniwala. Basta early 30s, merong music video, but technically...
Walang channel.
Patapusin nyo kasi ako eh.
Sige na, go.
Technically, hindi siya music video kasi may music siya pero picture. Tapos may player dati, nakalimutan ko lang yung pangalan, parang version siya ng jukebox. Tapos nakalagay lang siya dyan sa mga restaurant. Tapos nagpe-play siya ng music, tapos may picture. That was the precursor. That was like parang doon nag-umpisa.
Non-moving picture?
Yeah, kaya nga technically hindi siya, pero
so it's like the story na may song.
Hindi.
Yung nagsa-story ka ng picture
ata.
What is it?
It's music, tapos may picture.
Oh, yun nga. Yung parang nag-story ka ng picture, tapos nilagyan mo ng music. Parang gano'n.
You mean story? Yun, parang gano'n. Tapos may machine.
Diba? So, gano'n.
Parang may machine yun eh. May machine na gano'n. Na parang siyang, malaki siya, jukebox.
But it's just one picture. Hindi yung parang nag-flip yung pictures.
Tapos, ang nangyari na, moving forward, merong network, may isang show, yung Top of the Pops sa UK.
Okay.
Yung kailangan nila ng, yung mga, parang may chart sila, parang top 10 doon. But they have to invite the artist to play there pagkasama ka sa countdown. And it just so happen na, may nag-hit, ang Beatles, ang Queen, nag-top sila kasi they can't go. So, they have to shoot a video para yun na ang replacement. So, doon na nagkaroon ng idea yung mga network. Pwede to Para hindi na natin invite yung bands, video na lang. Kaya pag napanood mo yung video
na... Hindi kailangan live.
Yes. And yung Beatles naman, kaya siya naging precursor siya ng mga music video kasi kailangan sila i-market ng ganun eh. Na parang, kasi cutesy. Actually, I just found out na yung mga outfit nila na gano'n, tsaka yung buhok na gano'n, it was decided.
Beatles to
they were decided.
Para silang K-pop?
Yes.
Oh.
May costumes
diba? And very very first appearance nila sa America was at the Ed Sullivan Show. na they have to perform live. Ang una nun, tinanggihan pa ni Ed Sullivan, like, I don't think they will make it here because, Americans are very picky when it comes to, and New York pa yon, Ed Sullivan show.
Yeah.
Tapos sinabi lang, subukan mo to. And then when they played there, everybody went crazy. Yun na yun. Doon na nag-umpisa yung Beatlemania sa America. Na lahat parang, ayaw nila makinig ng ibang music, Beatles na lang. And whether they like it or not, kasi lalo na si Paul and John, actually, the four of them, they don't like the idea of parang, we don't make songs for girls only. Parang gusto talaga
namin. They don't
want
the boy band formula.
Yeah, pero ginawa silang ganon. Hindi nila choice yun. Kaya sipin mo sa sobrang sikat nila, nag-merchandise kagad yung management nila. Benta sila ng mga Beatles, pati wig. So,
wig na yung
buhok nila. Yung diba? So,
bowl cut.
Yeah, kaya ang dami ng mga
may, diba? May dress?
Oh, yeah.
For the ladies. Yeah, I saw.
So, yun yung
crazy merchandising.
Ano yun?
Charlie, what happened to you?
So, yun yung parang umpisa nun. Tapos, yun na nangyari. Fast forward again, yung MTV, they were accused of being racist. Kasi, yung 80s na yun din yung birth nung hip-hop. And the very first video na lumabas sa MTV was Video Killed the Radio Star. Yun, parang gusto nila na parang ito na yung future. They were trying to convince mga record labels na parang ganun. Pero sa isip ng mga record labels, parang it's very, parang paano kami makakabawi dyan na videos and na, parang ganun, parang kino-convince na MTV na dito kayo mag-promote.
Hindi pa nila alam paano ma-monetize.
Tapos ang daming mga artist na sikat na noon, like Prince, Rick James, na hindi pinay-play. So, siya yung unang nag-advocate na, hindi, racist tong MTV. And the only person that backed him up, na parang, medyo racist nga kayo, was David Bowie.
Whoa.
So, David Bowie was like, I'm not gonna let you play my songs anymore kung hindi nyo ipi-play.
It's a very uncommon tandem,
So, the next big thing na nangyari sa MTV na full circle was Michael Jackson. They were not convinced na parang, Michael Jackson, hindi kasi siya pasok sa format namin rock and roll oriented kasi yung MTV. Tapos, kinonvince lang talaga siya na, sige, pag hindi nyo pinlay ang video ni Michael Jackson, ipupull out namin lahat ng songs ng catalog namin dyan. So, when they played Michael Jackson, sobrang pumunta.
Ano yung Thriller?
No, it wasn't Thriller first. It was like a Rock With You. Parang, Rock With You all night. I think that was it. And sobrang putok na ang ginawa ng MTV, they financed half ng music video na Thriller. Wow. That was the very first music video na 1 million.
Nag-finance yung MTV.
And that was the very first expensive na music video. 1 million yun.
Oh my gosh. At that time, di ba? So,
oh my goodness.
If that was this date, 50 million.
Di ba?
Yeah.
Di ba? And the next most the next very expensive music video was Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation. Di ba? So sila yun.
Janet.
Then, Madonna. Yeah. And ito, di ka maniniwala. Alam mo ba kung sino nag-direct ng music video ni Michael Jackson na Bad?
Sino?
Martin Scorsese.
No way.
Yes. The Martin Scorsese. And that was the first appearance of Wesley Snipes as the bad guy in the video.
Right.
Because it was supposed to be Prince instead of Wesley Snipes. Mm-hmm.
But Prince and Michael Jackson always didn't see eye to eye.
Yeah, kasi medyo rival na sila
that time.
There was this interview pa nga sabi ni Prince papayag na sana ako pero yung first line kasi sa song ni Michael Jackson is, your butt is mine. I mean, whose butt? Definitely not my butt. Diba? So, that's a small trivia. Sorry guys, mahilig lang talaga ako sa mga trivia.
Oh yeah. It's okay. May natututunan kami every time.
Yeah, and it's also, it's also nice to know the history, but especially from us who love music, di ba?
Oh yeah. I mean, music has been the parang common ground. Ano yan? Billie Jean. Ayun. Ano yan Billie Jean?
Billie Jean.
Ay, ang kulit niyan. Kasi, alam mo ba, ang hirap sinute niyan? Kasi, habang inaapakan ni Michael Jackson yung tile, hindi talaga umiilaw yun habang inaapakan niya. So, itatiming niya.
So may nagpa-press nun.
No, iilaw lang talaga kusa yun. Tapos itatiming niya lang na doon siya umapak.
Wow.
So yung tile, may sequence na talaga.
Yeah, so kailangan
So
dun
siya
siya.
yung magta-timing.
So siya yung
Siya
tatiming.
yung habol sa ilaw.
Yes. Kaya pag napansin nyo, may mga part doon na hindi umilaw, umapak siya doon, tapos may nauuna.
Galing.
So, yeah.
So anyway, going back, so Fronyo yun di ba?
So, going back to it. Sige, balik tayo sa mga Pinoy. So, how is he? So, what happened to him? Now, he's the champion.
He's the champion. And recently, lang, I hope I think he signed sa Universal.
Yeah, because that's part of the
UMG.
The win.
Universal
The win
Music
na
Group.
Yeah.
Parang may contract
Oo.
Yeah.
Record deal. So,
aside from $100,000.
yeah, I hope they give him the right song. No?
Ngayon naman, sa sobrang dami ng mga songwriter, you know. And, kaya ako naiinis ako minsan doon sa mga taong, they don't make songs like they used to. Yeah, I agree. Kasi iba pa rin yung mga sulat ng mga nila, sino ba to? Ni Christopher Cross. They don't make songs like that anymore. Yung parang, di ba? Yung mga may era na gano'n, di ba? Di ba? Sino to? Lakasan mo? Phil Collins. Nahiyop. Yung salita.
Mike.
Di ba? But anyways, if I think the right voice, ito lang tanong ko rin minsan. Bakit hindi ma-penetrate ng Filipino music ang international? I mean, meron naman. I'm not saying wala ha, pero unlike K-pop.
Because there's no support. That big support as Korea is giving K-pop.
I understand the support. But since internet age na, kasi tinan mo to ha, si Hanuman Kind. Kailan lang ba si Hanuman Kind nag-trending? Like a month na?
This year lang.
Diba? And when
This year lang, di ba?
Yeah, this
year, but that was a month ago or something, diba?
Hindi naman. Basta recently.
Diba?
Siguro 3 months ago.
So, the music can talaga...
Cross na.
Yeah, cross.
Diba? How's this SB19?
Pero what I meant is like...
No, they cross.
Pero huge. As in huge.
Like really cross and penetrate there.
Like right now. Number 1 na naman si Rose of... di ba? Yung mga ganun ba? O yung...
Yeah.
Or maybe because she's under an American management?
I don't know kasi meron ding mga singles silang yung mga ibang member nila eh. Hindi naman ganun ka.
Si si Charisse.
Pero doon na siya eh. Ginawa ba
so
niya?
you're talking about because label niya is from the US?
No, kasi si Charisse. Pero what I meant, di ba? Na parang,
she's no longer Charisse.
Yes.
Sayang yun, no?
Di ba? Yung parang tumawid sana ba? Di ba? Sana magkaroon. Kasi I think Filipinos should be heard. Kasi we are very much known of parang having a good voice. And, di ba?
Isa din yan si Charisse. Kasi she's not the big winner, di ba? Dun sa contest na yun. It was someone else.
May iba siguro ding tenga din talaga ang American audience or ang tao dun.
And then siya yung dun sa ibang country.
Kasi napansin ko rin dito, yun nga, yung parang you have to have that X factor. Yung parang, if you want to be a pop star, medyo dapat you have to look like a pop star. I'm not saying, siguro, pansin ko lang parang si Charisse parang sobrang, siguro maliit. I don't know.
Hindi rin eh. Kasi ang daming mga sikat ngayon na sa tingin mo wala talagang X factor eh.
Sino?
The algorithm ngayon is
Yun nga yung sinasabi ko. Kasi, ayun, isa pa yun. Speaking of the algorithm, I don't know, kasi I might sound like a bitter old man na parang laging...
Hindi, opinion mo lang eh. Go.
No, kasi tulad nun, di ba? Yung algorithm natin dati kasi is the radio stations.
Yeah.
They dictate. Kasi marami din naman mga kanta dati na talagang ayaw natin eh. Parang, bakit sikat tong kantan to nakakabuisit? Diba?
Because it was fed to us by the media.
By the media. So, at least, the fair thing about algorithm, people's choice yun. But the
Free for all na.
Yeah, but the algorithm helps the artist na parang maipwesto niya. Kunwari, uy, ang daming nagkiklik sa song or video na to. Pwesto natin dito. Pwesto natin dyan. Tapos lahat ng katunog na ganyan, pwesto natin dito para i-feed natin sa tao. Uy, mahilig ka pala sa ganitong music. O, Jerk, mahilig ka para sa
Ganito
mga
yung trip
sumasayaw.
mo,
Sumasayaw na babae sa TikTok. O, kaya yun
na
na
walang kisame.
O, yan.
Yun na yung algorithm.
Yung Orokan yung
so,
background.
meaning, ikaw yung gumagawa ng
So, at the end of the day, it's the people. Kaya hindi ko ma-imagine.
So do you think it's more fair ngayon kasi it's the people na who decide?
choosing,
Yeah, kasi ito na lang. Ito. Sa tingin mo magagawa natin 'tong ginagawa natin ngayon? Dati na we can create our own network or a show or a radio show, 'di ba? Ang hirap.
Definitely
Yeah.
not.
So,
Bibili pa tayo ng ano yun?
Frequency.
ang dami.
And it's not
ang dami.
cheap.
Alam mo ba, ito pa. Noon pa pala to dapat nangyari. Dinahan-dahan
Yung
lang.
internet.
Yeah, dinahan-dahan lang kasi alam nila they will be open a gate
Pandora's box.
or something like that na parang malaking industry ang papatayin nito.
Yeah.
Alam na nila. Kahit yung Bluetooth, may napanood ako ng documentary. Yung Bluetooth is something na ina-underdevelop lang nila. Kasi that right there is a huge technology din na pwede mong parang gamitin siya na parang to connect na hindi mo na kailangan ng network. Hindi mo na kailangan ng parang diretso na.
Yeah.
Bluetooth call, Bluetooth.
And there's Bluetooth electricity.
Ayun, hindi ako makapaniwala. Paano
There's that.
May napanood kami ng ang weird.
Oo.
Na parang paano mo i-Bluetooth yung
Yeah,
kuryente?
paano?
Hindi ko rin alam.
Bluetooth siya, pero electricity
Pero
siya. No
nakakatakot.
wires.
Isipin mo pag bumili.
No wires.
Isipin mo,
But
oy.
I don't think.
Paano, kunwari, isipin mo meron ka na, may Bluetooth ako na TV, hindi mo kailangan ng plug. Tapos kinabukasan may cancer ka na sa utak.
Hindi nga, paano nga? How did it operate?
The electricity travels. I don't know.
Actually, sa totoo lang, ang daming technology. Kaya ako may times kasi na medyo
The cell, di ba? Yung battery na sobrang liit pero it can power what? Yung parang ganun. That's scary.
Ako dati, mga few years back, conspiracy theories ako, mahilig ako mga ganun. Parang, bitaw, no? Ang bilis ng technology. Inumpisahan lang yan ng nung na-develop nila to, dire-diretso na lahat. Parang non-stop na. And to the extent na parang, I think another 5 years we'll be living among robots.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Ganun kabilis.
For me lang, no, they have to slow down technology because that's gonna crash the market. That's gonna crash the market if ibigay nila lahat talaga yung
But you cannot stop that.
full level of technology kung sana talaga
Who
tayo
will control it?
Magka-crash yung market, yung mga cellphones, yung mga electronics, yung mga
pero
appliances and everything and our way of living, 'di ba?
that's
So that's why they have to slow it down.
slowly.
Alam mo kung saan nag-umpisa, tingin ko yan kung bakit ang naglabasan lahat yan. Yung mga mini gadgets and everything. Mula nung na-discover nila paano paliitin yung baterya at paano nila i-charge yun.
Yeah.
Kasi sa sobrang lakas ng baterya, kaya na. Sipin mo, ang tagal na imbento yung parang handy na drill. Dati yung drill malalaki, tapos ipa-plug mo pa. Pero ngayon, di ba? Tsaka yung
Wala nang wire.
wala na, tsaka yung maliliit na electric fan. Kasi nga dun sa battery na yun. And I think...
Wait lang, speaking of battery, di ba sira yung battery ng kotse mo? Oo. Kasi yung mga hybrid na ba yun? Hybrid yun, di ba? So how much is the battery? Magsalita ka.
70,000.
70,000.
So yun yung mga gustong bumili ng hybrid cars. Take note yung mga pag
So
nasira
ano yun?
yan.
Nasira yung battery or nag-drain lang siya?
Nag-wear off na siguro dahil 3 taon na rin eh.
Wala pa yung mga aftermarket
Yun yung nakakatawa doon kasi napabili siya noon, mura lang yung tong kotse to, tapos ganito, yung lahat ng bells and whistles ng mga high-end na kotse nandun.
Yeah.
Yan, okay na nga naman.
Ano yung kotse mo?
Yung pala
Hindi natin pwede sabihin.
yun lang ang catch pala doon. But when it comes to maintenance, kasi 'di ba dati, kaya binenta ko
Mahal.
rin yung
Battery, 70,000.
Yun na lang, 'di ba?
Oh my
Binenta ko yung BMW kasi
Oo. The maintenance is 20 something.
and ang mahal, ang laki ng baterya, pati yung nawala pa yung susi ko, ang mahal-mahal.
Oh, so yung kotse niya, akala niya nakamura siya. So sometimes talaga.
Maling akala.
If it's too good to be true, it probably is.
Oh yeah, we learned.
So
Pero okay lang yan. Marami namang pera si Jerk.
Maraming pera si Jerk.
Oh, no. Ako, dami pera niyan. So, but anyways.
Tapos marami pang
Pinaskuhan.
kotse. Di ba?
So, yeah, technology and music, actually technology really help sa music. And kids today are reaping the...
Very lucky.
Yeah.
Kasi dati, tandaan ko, bumili ako ng 4-track recorder. Nagre-record sa banyo, di ba?
Mahal din yun.
Oo. At that time, mahal.
The people who doesn't know, explain what a 4-track recorder is, guys.
Kasi alam naman ng mga kids yan. Kunwari, di ba, nagre-record kayo, multi-track, di ba?
Pero computer na sila.
Ano yung gamit nyo? Kung ano mang gamit nyo na software, di ba? May track yun. Dati analog yan. Parang ganito. Parang ito. Parang 4-track, beat, vocals.
Hardware.
Di ba? Tapos... yun, doon ka magre-record tapos kailangan mo bumili ng effects for the vocals, compressor para ma-mix mo ng tama. Ang dami mong bibilhin para ano.
Pero ngayon, nasa computer na lahat yan.
Yeah, it's
so,
easier for them kids.
Yan yung point
Yeah,
guys.
speaking, ito pa. Alam mo ba, part nung movie na 28 years later, the zombie apocalypse movie, sino ba itong director na to? Is partly shot sa iPhone 15.
Oo nga, nakita ko nga. Pero may mga nilagay sila dun eh.
Yes, of course. Di mo naman pwedeng i-shoot na
Nakaganon lang.
diba? Pero,
some scenes lang din
diba?
naman.
So, isipin mo, yung iPhone mo na yan is so powerful na andyan na. So, sino ba to? Sino ba
Pero Samsung pa rin eh. Shoutout Samsung. Baka naman.
Okay.
Okay, Samsung versus iPhone.
No.
Oh my
Let's
God.
not go there. Let's not go there. Kasi alam mo na.
Walang mananalo.
Ito, I'm saying is, kasi ang maganda sa Apple products, kasi yun, yung parang,
It's very friendly.
no, kasi ano siya,
What?
parang, ano ba tawag doon? Parang connected sila.
Cloud?
Yung
Unite.
phone, yung
Oh,
phone
yeah.
mo, yung
The
laptop
TV.
mo. Yeah, so parang connected sila. So, yung,
Connected
ano
rin
ba,
eh.
ano ba tawag doon? May tawag doon.
Android eh. Connected rin lahat eh. TV.
Okay, let's go back to music.
Pero alam naman nating, di ba?
Hindi.
Superior pa rin. Come on, man. Don't.
Ayun,
Oy, alam mo,
agree to-
papatayin daw lahat ng Pi-phone yan.
Oh
Ni
yeah,
Elon Musk.
everyone. I'm waiting for that actually.
Pi-phone.
Ano yung iPhone?
Pi-phone.
Pi. Like
Yeah.
sign
Yeah.
Pi. Okay.
Kasi hindi mo na kailangan ng nakakonect na rekta sa Starlink.
Is
Yung
that the
Pi.
Tesla koan?
Yeah, yung kay Elon Musk na phone.
And ilalabas na daw niya. Anyway,
Yeah, so...
sige, let's go back to, since nasa music na tayo.
So, ano,
what?
saan papunta to? Ano pa ba mga balita? Ay, ito,
Hindi,
balita.
si Andrew E. has, nag-concert
Concert.
siya. Oo.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and people are still there yung sa King of Rap eh.
Siya talaga yung nag-ano, no. Sige.
I want to
Ay, by the way,
know
nga
din.
pala.
I want to know din.
By the way, congratulations to Kuya Drew,
Yes.
Sir
Yay,
Andrew.
Kuya.
A very successful concert. And yeah.
Imagine, it's a Wednesday yung concert niya, but it's packed.
Oh, of course.
Talaga?
Yeah, it's a Wednesday.
Congrats.
That's Andrew E. Come on.
Yeah, he's a
Oh,
legend.
'di ba? Yung nga kinento ko dati na isang beses 'di ba nag-show tayo.
Oh yeah.
Magkasama kami. Francis M, kami Mobstar dati, yung kami pa. Sino pa ba? And Andrew E.
Okay.
Tapos parang
Mga ilang shows din dami yun. Tour, I think it was a tour.
No. Basta hindi natandaan ko yung isa na it was parang anniversary yata ng isang bar. yun.
Yeah.
Tapos of course we performed first.
First, yeah.
Kasi syempre 'di ba? Andrew E, Francis M yun eh. Tapos nagulat ako. Ba't nauna si Francis M kay Andrew E? Diba? Kasi parang, so, okay lang siguro. Ganun. Ang galing naman ni Sir Kiko. Parang, yes. Pagbaba niya syempre nung lumabas si Francis M, sigawan yung mga tao. Yung mga babae na baliw. Diba? Tapos after niya mag-perform, bumaba siyang ganun. Tapos hindi siya umupo, hindi siya bumalik sa room. Kasi ako nanood din doon. Hindi siya bumalik, nanood siya. Paglabas ni Andrew parang nayanig yung stage.
Wasak.
So, tapos nung nag-perform siya, hindi pa siya kumakanta noon Tinatanong niya pa lang.
Are you ready?
No, sinatanong niya pa lang kung kanino pupunta yung cap niya. May binabato. Ganun niya si Andrew. Before niya i-perform yung song niya, may mga pa siya, ceremony.
He's a showman talaga.
Tapos gumanon sa akin si Kiko. Tumingin siya sa akin. Di ba? Parang alam niya na showman talaga. Si Andrew.
Pang main event talaga siya.
Yeah. So, much respect to both of them. And I mean, legends, the true legends and the pioneers of hip-hop and rap. So, going back to your question.
Yes, please.
This is a very, ito
Kasi
naman.
ako, I'm not really hip-hop, diba? You met me,
Yeah, you're a normie.
Yeah, I'm a normie. I'm a normie.
No.
Muggle.
But, okay. The discussion of King of Rap and...
You've been hip-hop for like how many years?
Since 1993. So I think it's for this question,
Yeah.
I think Dice should answer.
Of course.
Kasi ganito yun. Andun kami nun. Kami nila ni Payne and sa mga kaedad ko. Nung unang lumabas si Francis M. Nasa edad na ako noon na gusto kong, very impressionable na ako noon na parang gusto kong maging ganyan.
So, high school?
Hindi high school yun.
Elementary?
No. Siguro grade 6. Grade 6 or first year. I don't know. Basta na ako nun. May buhok na ako sa sa ulo.
Okay.
Sa ulo. Hindi. Basta, the discussion of King. I don't think, ganito kasi yung King na title. Sa Pilipinas kasi, mahilig tayo na magbigay ng title sa mga artists especially the media. Diba? Parang Comedy King, Hari ng Pelikulang Pilipino, ano pa ba? Megastar, Superstar, Star for All Season, 'di ba? And nung nawala si Fernando po, may pumalit ba sa Hari ng Pelikulang Pilipino? Wala naman.
Wala na.
Nung namatay si Rest in Peace, of course si Hari ng Comedy King.
Dolphy.
May pumalit ba? May binigay ba sa iba yung title na yun? So, I think, yung title na binigay kay Francis M, sa kanya lang yun.
Was it the media that gave him that?
Yes, like I've said, the media gave him that. Okay. Kasi, yun, mahilig sila mag-anon. Kasi para sa kanila parang, siya yung una, siya yung hari. The genesis of rap. Parang sa Pilipinas. Kasi prior to him, may nauna na nag-rap sa kanya. Like si George Javier, even Joey De Leon.
Rap. We're talking rap, ha?
And actually, hindi pa nga nila, hindi na brand na rap yun Ganito kasi yung story, di ba?
Hindi pa nila alam na.
Kasi ganito yun, di ba? Si Vincent Dapalong. The very first rap song na na-record talaga in history was the Sugar Hill Gang's Rapper's Delight. The very first na ni-record.
Saan yan?
Sa New York.
Okay.
The hip hop, the hip yan. That was the very first song. And even that song, when it came out, it was frowned upon sa hip-hop. Kasi dati, ang mga rapper dati, bootleg lahat ang mga release nila. Mixtape. Maririnig mo lang yung song na yan pag pinerform nila ng live. Tapos, ang daming nanonood na binubootleg yon. At mismong, doon na-realize ng mga DJ, benta yung mga album. So, nire-record na rin nila while performing. Because the rappers back then was just like a front act of the DJs. Ang sikat talaga dati, ang mga DJs. Kaya nga, sa mga title, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. Nakauna. DJ Kool Herc, and DJ Red Alert. Sila talaga yung foundation. Sila yung nag-create nun And back then, nung hindi pa nga, alam mo ba, early 80s na coin ang word na hip-hop. So, minsan, mali yung history na, hip-hop was created 1917. No. Yung word...
The word hip-hop.
The movement siguro, pero the word hip-hop was coined later on na.
Okay.
Diba?
So, hindi nila alam na hip-hop yon during that time?
Sige. So, nung lumabas yung Rapper's Delight, sobrang sikat nun sa States. Sobrang sikat nun. As in mainstream. And very controversial kasi yung Sugar Hill Gang was like a fabricated group. They weren't really rappers. Isa nun nagtatrabaho sa Delhi.
Oh.
Tapos merong R&B singer, I forgot her name, R&B singer na may label siya. So, parang kailangan ko maglabas ng album. Sino ba pwedeng natin? Uy, alam mo ba uso ngayon yung rap na gano'n? Ano ba yun? Sige nga, meet mo nga ako ng sinong pwedeng rapper. Yun, gina-gather siya ng mga taong yun. Yun sila.
Wait, so they know rap na yun? Rap.
Pero di talaga sila gang.
Hindi sila Tapos, controversial pa nga kasi isang lyrics doon sa isang rapper, ninakaw niya sa ibang rapper.
Oh, shoot.
Diba?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yun yung first song na na-record. So, sige, skip muna natin yung history na yan. So, yung Rapper's Delight, super sikat yan. As in, ginamit pa ng commercial ng McDonald's. As in, talagang yung parang mainstream siya. So, daming nagalit na underground.
Kasi underground talaga dun dati.
Kasi para sa kanila lang yun. Very protective ang mga the underground community sa music nila.
You'd only hear it
so, syempre, nakarating
parties.
sa Pilipinas yun. Kaya yun yung una laging pinap. Kasi pag yung kanta ni Vincent Dafalong is a parody of Rapper's Delight. Yung kanta ni Joey De Leon was a parody of Rapper's Delight. Yung kanta ni George Javier was a parody of Rapper's Delight.
Joey De Leon?
Yes. Yung, may kanta siya na yung maong, basta, in the tune of Rapper's Delight din. Because they were like, just mocking it. Parang ganon. So, when Francis M. came, mga early 90s, siya yung sineryoso niya talaga na parang, doon din ako, siya yung talagang nagulat ako na parang, uy, pwede mag-rap ang Pinoy. Tapos yung first release niya pa noon, it wasn't mga kababayan ko, it was Gotta Let You Know. Parang,
so English?
Yeah. Tapos ang kulit pa ng gupit niya noon, parang pineapple. Tapos sabi niya, tinanong pa siya, what kind of haircut? Sa student canteen, yun na naabutan yun. Student canteen, sabi niya, oh, this is called Noriegan pineapple. Tapos nagsasayaw na siya, parang ala Bobby Brown. Kasi yun yung parang, niya nun peg ala Bobby Brown, parang mga ganun. Tapos with dance group. Tapos nung nirelease niya yung mga kababayan, yun na yun. Yun na nag-shift na parang, kasi parang makabayan, Tagalog. Tapos na-realize na lahat na ng mga tao na pwedeng mag-rap ang Pinoy, pwedeng i-rap ang Tagalog.
Na seryoso.
Diba? And Francis M. was like he was like, kasi si Francis nung nakilala ko siya, he's an artist talaga. Magaling siya mag-drawing. Ang galing niya mag-drawing, mga caricature, ang galing. So when he came, of course sa music industry kailangan tapatan siya. Kailangan yung label. So naghahanap ang Viva, sino pwede pang tapat natin dito? Yeah, and then came Andrew E. So, ito fast forward na lang natin kung bakit King and parang hindi King si Andrew E. Kasi para sa akin, Andrew E., para sa akin lang so wag kayong magagalit dyan.
Di okay rin magalit kayo.
Hindi, akin lang is, I think Andrew E. deserves the title of the Godfather of hip-hop.
Philippine hip-hop.
So, hindi rap.
Not rap, hip-hop.
Hip-hop.
Kasi
Expound.
Sige, kasi, eto kung sa rap lang, if they go toe-to-toe, Andrew E. and Francis M., talagang talo si Andrew E. ni Francis M. Very lyrical si Francis M. He has this song, before pa yung rapid rap, meron na siyang song dati, The Mouth. He has this song called The Mouth. Ang bilis niya mag-rap doon.
Really?
Diba? So, and si Andrew E. kasi nung lumabas siya, hindi niya ginaya si Francis M. Parang iba yung image kagad na nilabas niya. He was like, parang, na-brand pa nga siya to a certain point na parang comedy rap. Kasi yung humanap ka ng pangit, di ba? And he was even accused na parang ginaya niya lang yun sa kanta na Look for That Ugly Woman.
Was it his first song?
No. Actually, may kanta siya na mas gusto ko. Yung ganyan, yung parang ganyan, nasayaw na yaha, parang club. He was like, kasi he was a DJ sa club.
Oh,
really?
Yes. And he has this accent. Kaya sikat siya sa club.
Accent?
May Californian accent siya. Pag nag-English So si Andrew Eve, ganun siya magsalita dati. So he was that guy. When I saw him, parang I can't help myself to gravitate towards him kasi iba parang si Francis M kasi pakinggan mo si Francis M mag-rap ng English. He doesn't sound black. He didn't try to sound black. He was like a Filipino rapping in English without trying to be black. 'Di ba? Wala siyang ginagamit na mga slang or parang accent. So, para sa akin, siya talaga yung parang the king of Pinoy rap. But Andrew E., he brought that element of hip-hop sa Philippines. Kasi nung dumating siya, eto lang ha, it was Andrew E. who created the very first underground hip-hop label, Donggalo Records. Which doon galing lahat ng mga kilalang rapper na to. Sila Decoy, Chinese Mafia, J Flavor, di ba? Sila
Ghetto Dogs.
The Ghetto Dogs. At ito pa, super mainstream ni Andrew E. Di ba? Kasi ang dami niyang palabas dati na sikat. Pwede naman niyang gawing mainstream lahat ng mga artist niya para sikat kagad. No. Inumpisahan niya sa roots. Naglabas siya ng album, pinakaunang labas niya na album sa Donggalo was RAP, Rap Artist of the Philippines. Tapos medyo crude, parang Crooklyn style, you know, the parang New York beat, parang ganito. Tapos parang Onyx, House of Pain ang datingan. Kasi pwede naman sabing, gusto niyo sumikat kagad, gayahin niyo yung ganitong tugtugan natin. No. Parang from the ground up, parang ganito, umpisahan natin yung parang grimy hip-hop. Di ba? Tapos nag-release siya ng mga...
Tapos siya nag-produce nun.
Yes. Di ba?
Galing.
He was the brain behind those. And he was like also responsible for the very first gangster rap group in the Philippines, which is Death Threat. Diba? He was very instrumental. And siya lang din ang gumawa ng parang show na hindi niya tiname down. Mayroon siyang show sa Channel 13 dati, Rap 13, na hip-hop. Ginamit niya yung influence niya to promote hip-hop, rap, and hip-hop. Tapos, meron pa siyang show sa radio dati, the Drive-By Show, na dun din galing yung mga...
Drive-By hip-hop din, diba?
Diba?
Grabe.
Diba? Like Psych, even Glock 9, parang bumatel doon. And he was called Venom at that time. So, ang dami niyang ginawa sa hip-hop.
TV to, right?
Diba?
TV.
No, meron siyang Rap 13 sa TV, sa Channel 13, at sa radio show, meron siyang radio show, the Drive-By. So, I'm not saying na...
Ang dami niyang contribution pala no, sa hip-hop.
So, I'm not saying na walang ginawa si Francis M. But Francis M. is an artist kasi. He was like mastering his craft. And si Francis M. kaya niyang... he was like a chameleon. Nung time na medyo patay ang ibang genre nun at malakas ang rock, ang bilis niyang na-shift na parang if you fuse ko tong rap ko to funk. Kaya lumabas siya nung album niya na The Freeman, tsaka yung meron akong yung album na yon, di ba? Tsaka yung Kaleidoscope World, di ba? So, he's an artist talaga. He's the master of his craft. He's the king of that rap game. Pero si Andrew E., he was like directly or indirectly influential sa mga rappers na to. And ito pa, kahit noong time na yon yung hip-hop medyo dead, hindi siya nagbago ng style. In fact, nag-double down pa siya. Ganun pa rin. There was this time na he was banned because of his lyrics. Kasi alam mo naman si mga kanta ni Andrew E., di ba? Parang double entendre, di ba? Double meaning, medyo naughty. Kahit sa controversy na yon, hindi niya binago yung style niya. In fact, nag-double down. Kaya nabilib ako nung nilabas niya yung album, yung kantang Pink Palaka. Natawa talaga ako. Man.
So, that's a very hip-hop attitude,
diba?
actually.
Yeah, that's a very hip-hop attitude. So, yun yung sinasabi ko na parang some people missed out na parang, yes, the title is a title lang kasi. Diba? Wala namang nakaakibat na role yan eh. Porket, ikaw ang hari so anong rules and natin ngayon, engagement or anong pwedeng natin gawin king? Wala eh. It was just a title. But of course, a well-deserved title for Francis M. And para sa akin, hindi mo pwedeng ipasa yan kasi wala na siya.
Yeah.
Parang siya yun eh.
And also, I think it's fair enough na huwag nang, alam mo yun, respeto sa both.
Yeah.
Kasi ang sama sa feeling
di, kasi nangyayari kasi ngayon.
Kinukuha na pa ibigay dito.
Yeah.
Una nabigay na yun eh.
Yeah.
Di ba?
Yeah. Di, kasi nangyayari ngayon, ang nagbabanggaan dyan, yung mga camp na parang, or the people behind Andre or yung camp niya, na parang, I don't know what they're thinking, na parang, people not taking away something from Andrew E. Porkit. Kasi ngayon, ang nakakatuwa yung hip-hop na hindi, parang nakakatuwa siya and I'm very happy then and proud sa mga successful na rapper ngayon kasi umabot na sa point na dati kasi rap is parang may hip-hop lang na genre pag may sikat na kantang isa eh. Tapos pag nawala na yung artist na yan, okay, balik na tayo sa default na rock and ballad. Pero ngayon, yun na yung dominating music. Not just in the Philippines, but all over the world. Diba? And syempre, sa sobrang dami, makikita mo na rin na, parang nawawala na yung quality over yung quantity na, diba? Pero at the end of the day, ang dami pa rin magagaling. Kasi may nakausap ako mga old school na parang papangit na mga rap na hindi tulad dati. Talaga, ang dami kayang pangit na rap dati. Ayaw nyo lang i-mention. Pero really? Really? Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah.
I mean,
pero ilang years na ba na dominating yung hip-hop?
ang tagal na. Since, kailan pa ba? Ang tagal na.
Kasi yung rock talaga yun, wala no? And it's, sa napansin ko, parang ganun nagdo-dominate itong genre and then ito naman.
To be fair, meron pa rin naman yung
meron
rock and
naman,
roll.
meron.
Pero napapansin ko lang kasi I saw this page ng a video ng isang super sikat din na banda. But iba talaga when it comes. I don't know, hindi naman siguro yun ang basehan but you can actually tell na parang the numbers ba, the views.
You can compare kasi ang layo talaga.
Itong rap group na to, in 2 days, 6 digits na kaagad. Ito, mag-iisang buwan na, nasa thousands pa rin. And so, super laki ng artist na to. I'm not saying na if wala nang nanonood sa'yo, wak ka na. No, hindi yun ang basehan. Hindi yung basehan na
yung numbers lang ba?
10 tagapakinig or 10 million, that doesn't make you least of an artist.
Yeah.
It's just the algorithm and of course, syempre, the kids today are very much, kasi kambal na ng mga kids ngayon yung phone eh. 'Di ba? So I'm just saying na hip-hop, I'm just happy na naabutan ko 'yon. Na puro naabutan natin yun na, yung hip-hop na pinaglalaban natin, dati hinahabol ako sa kalye ng anti-hip-hop. Isipin mo hinahabol ako ng anti-hip-hop. Gusto nila akong gulpihin dahil ang laki ng pantalong ko.
Yeah, and I remember kanang kayo lang yung rap group na tumutugtog sa rock event.
The Anthill Mob.
The
nga pala.
Anthill Mob.
Shout-outs to Pain in the Neck and K9.
Sa Artist Days.
Grabe.
Yeah.
Tapos yung mga naka-middle finger na nasa face mo na.
Kaya shoutouts talaga to Pain in the Neck, to
Grabe.
K9 and the people who were like part of the Anthill Mob.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give it to the Anthill Mob din. Kayo din naman nakipaglaban.
Kasi
just
like then like Andrew E. and Francis M. Naniwala kami na parang music lang to parang, 'di ba? Pero sa iba parang hindi music 'yon, parang wannabe kami na
Kiat-kiat na.
Or kasi dati yun nga parang wannabe black or wannabe gangster, wannabe whatever, but later on din naman, admittedly, nag-umpisa din talaga sa gaya-gaya, 'di ba? Pero but eventually you'll find your own sound,
style,
'di ba?
yeah.
And again sa mga people out there, I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm probably right. Diba? Pero yun yung parang hindi siguro na-address. I'm not saying ako yung unang nakapansin. Malamang meron na din dyan na, yeah, I think Andrew E. deserves this title instead of that.
His own title. Deserves his own title.
Kasi,
dapat may own title siya.
Diba? Kasi mayroon nagreklamo bakit kailangan kami magmano sa inyo dahil ganito, ganyan. Ayun na.
Kailangan tayo magmano kay
Diba?
Andrew E. He's the godfather.
Diba? Kasi I've talked to Francis M. Ilang beses na mahabang usapan. I remember, pinakamahabang usapan namin ni Sir Kix was like 2 hours.
And kayo din Kuya Drew. 2
2
hours over the phone.
More than. Sa telepono, oh my God. 3 oras yata yun. And iba rin iba yung take away mo lagi sa dalawa
Yeah.
And napansin ko, kay Sir Francis M., more on the art. And he was the
Nag-photography din siya, di ba?
yeah.
Artist.
And he was the one who told me na dapat guys, you should take care of your brand, your name. dapat gawa ka ng brand na Dice Clothing. Or i-register.
Kasi brand
diba?
yun.
Brand,
so he takes himself as a brand.
Yeah, so
Francis
alam
M.
niya. So alam niya sa sarili niya. Kaya di mo rin pwedeng sisihin na tao or kasi may nabasa ako na bakit si Francis M. May natulungan ba siya ng mga rapper tulad ng Donggalo? May ganun. Meron naman, indirectly, pero meron yan. Meron. May kilala ko, 'di ba? Alam namin.
Ikaw yung sumalo doon.
'Di ba? 'Di ba? Parang 'di ba? Parang
and marami din siyang na-influence na mag-rap.
Yeah, I mean, yun nga eh, indirectly.
Hindi naman kailangan niya na tulong. 'Di
ba? But of course, he's protecting his brand din as Francis M. Pero may label naman siya, yung Red Egg Records, siya yung nag-release ng third album na Masterplan, 'di ba? So, 'di ba? And ang dami rin yung ano ba yung show niya sa Itbulaga dati, yung ano ba tawag doon? Hanapin mo nga. Ano ba yun? Yung...
Rap ba? Rap contest?
Rap Olympics? Ay, di kay Andrew Ian.
Ayun, isa pa. Ha? Before anything else na mga... Yung mga rap battle, si Andrew E. May Rap Olympics na siya. Diba? So, ang dami niyang, kumbaga, sa hip-hop face. Kasi may magsasabi, alam ko may magdi-disagree na, na-introduce lang naman ng hip-hop sa Pilipinas nung lumabas yung Masterplan.
When did they
It was like 3 years or 4 years after Francis M. siguro.
Mga
and then Andrew E.?
Right after Francis M. The following year din
so
yata.
So yung sumunod is the
Kasi
Masterplan?
Masterplan came, they brought the American taste of hip hop.
Because they're from there.
Yeah, they're from LA or California or somewhere in West Coast. So, doon tayo na-introduce ng parang, kasi di mo naman pwedeng sabihin na, kasi nung lumabas si Andrew, nakabaggy pants na rin siya eh. Di ba? Suot niya na rin yun eh. Like I've said, meron nga siyang accent pag nag-i-English siya. So, yung Masterplan lang talaga, parang they embodied it. Parang they were like the epitome of hip-hop kasi nung lumabas sila, hip-hop talaga.
Siyempre,
LA hip-hop.
plus galing doon.
Diba? So,
mga accent.
Diba? So, but
Andrew
E was there already, that he was like pushing the culture with those things that he did. The label, the shows, the Rap Olympics, ang dami. And yung mga artists na galing doon sa kanila, sila Decoy, Mad Poets, you know, di ba, All Blacks, ang dami. Halos lahat na pinakikinggan namin na local rap artist na nagkapangalan was under the banner of Donggalo. So,
and it was, basically Andrew opened a lot of doors.
Yes.
Diba? As opportunities to those young people ba na Rap Olympics, diba?
Ayun, diba? And maganda naman din kay Andrew E. He also parang recognized game. And I saw this parang interview sa kanya na sinabi niya na, alam niyo ba kung bakit dumami yung rapper sa Pilipinas? Dahil kay Enigma. Which
that's why he has Enigma sa concert niya.
Yeah, kasi he respects the movement na ginawa. Kasi sa totoo lang, totoo yun. Na after Flip Top, ang dami ding parang lumabas na rapper. Not just lumabas na rapper. Parang inakyat nila yung bar ng lyricism eh. Kasi, di ba, yung mga nagbabattle eh, di ba? Parang, so ngayon, yung mga tagapakinig ng mga bata, hindi na, they don't settle for parang whack lyrics.
Yun nga yung parang believe din ako. Kasi, yun, inakyat nung bar sa mga battle MCs, right? So, parang yung audience din, inakyat din nila yung understanding nila.
Yes.
Di ba? Yung parang nakisabay rin sila ba na parang tinadin niya rin, nila rin ata, no?
Yeah, kasi yun yung literature din dun eh. Diba? Kasi that's part of it. And battling is, hip-hop is the only genre na parang sport. Competitive
sport. Yeah.
Dati, DJing, sa hip-hop lang may DJ battle, may dance battle, beatbox battle, rap battle. And dati talaga, parang ano yun, pride mo yun. Pag natalo kita sa rap, huwag ka na magra-rap buong buhay mo. Ganun yun dati. Di ba?
Sinabi ko na sa'yo dati, di ba na, I'm not a fan of rap battle. Yung rap battle na, yung flip-top na kasi, you're saying na it's a sport. The sports that I know is pagalingan talaga ng skills.
It's a
diba? Tapos yung naririnig ko kasi yung mga naunang mga it's not just, it's to win kasi yung objective is to win is to put you down.
Kasi ganito yan.
And okay lang, sige, kung ganun yung labanan, go. Pero, may nababastos na ibang tao, yung nanay mo, yung kapatid mo, yung asawa mo, yung ganun. Which I'm not a fan. It's just me.
Yeah, of course.
It's just me.
I'm kasi ganito yun.
Of that. Pero kung yung pagalingan, yes, it's a sports. Dapat.
Kasi it's part of din ng culture ng mga Filipino yun eh. Diba? Yung pagiging chismoso natin eh. Yung parang, may sasabihin kang kasiraan nito, ang taon to. Sarap maniwala. Sarap maniwala ka agad, diba? It's human nature na rin siguro. Pag nagsabi ka ng...
Ito, sign up for that.
Diba? Ito lang. Pag may
Kawawa naman yung nanay mo, nadadamay.
May premium ba yung nanay ko pag nanalo ako dito?
Ito lang, diba? Kasi yung mga tao nga, diba? Pag may sinabing maganda sa'yo, magdadalawang isip pa sila maniwala. Pag may sinabing di maganda sa'yo, naniniwala ka agad. Yeah. And that's part of that culture. And, I mean, kaya yung pagiging battle MC is not a small thing. You appreciate kasi
hirap nun.
Kasi ang siraan kayo ng emotion eh. Okay lang yung suntukan eh. Kasi pagkatapos ng suntukan na yon, okay, mapapagaling tayo ng mga pasa natin. Pero yung maitatatak mo at yung mga taong na-impluwensya sa sinabi mo, it will scar you for the rest of your life. And may madadamay nga na tao. But yeah, that's the sport. That's the sport of it. Kasi hip-hop is about who's the man. Kaya ako lagi sinasabi.
Kayo na lang, di ba?
What do you mean?
Kayo na lang, magsiraan kayo.
Hindi naman lahat ng battle may mga
yes, I know. Pero I
or,
know. May napanood din naman ako na ganun lang. Pero what I'm not a fan is yun nga.
Hindi kasi yun nga. It's about who's the man. Di ba? So
dapat
parang,
you have to bring down your opponent at any means necessary.
Yes, kasi yun nga yun eh.
Damayan pa yung aso, yung lola ng opponent.
Pero of course, kung ganito,
That's ano eh.
But at the same time,
pwede kang dalhin sa korte.
Oo nga, pero at the same time, within that culture for those who's part of that culture, alam naman nila na dapat hindi natin siniseryoso yun. Nothing personal yun.
Honestly, siguro mga few years back, may mga personals, pero alam mong parang pwedeng mong alam mong siraan lang eh for the sport. Pero may napanood ako lately na parang bookingan na talaga ng mga na hindi na dapat ba na booking na kesyo ganito to, ganyan yan.
And it's funny
tapos
kasi
pagkatapos ng battle they hug it out. That's part of the sport. But yun nga parang it's not for everybody.
Yes.
It's not for everybody, you know. It's an acquired taste, and especially kung rapper ka na parang you take pride of everything na tapos sisirain lang ng isang gabi.
Opponent.
'Di ba? Na parang bullshit din na hindi naman totoo.
Not all rappers can do rap battle, 'di ba?
No, kasi
and not all rap battle artists can,
kasi meron
put out a good song.
Yeah, kasi minsan magaling ka mag-battle but you don't have the musicality. Kasi minsan nasa-sacrifice. Kaya din yun yung minsan na nanonotice ko sa mga lyrical na MC, lalo na sa States, na parang magaling ka magsulat pero yung nasa-sacrifice yung musicality. Kasi at the end of the day, it's music. Kaya masyadong nagiging monotonous pakinggan yung rap mo kasi parang, come on, man. You're basically rapping about rap. Diba? But still, yung magiging battle MC is mahirap yun. Kasi paghahandaan mo yun, parang boxing yan. You'll bruise your ego. You'll bruise your ego.
Yeah.
But that's not on the spot.
Sakit kaya.
Hindi.
Not impromptu.
Ayaw, isa pa yun.
Hindi yan impromptu, right?
Kasi tama din naman yun. Kasi yung controversy na, hindi naman kasi freestyle yun. Hindi. Kasi it's at the end of the day, it's a show.
Entertainment.
Kasi pag napanood mo yung freestyle na battle, hindi siya ganun ka-fluid yung takbo.
Hindi ganun ka-solid yung
hindi
mga
solid
lines.
Yung mga lines, di ba?
Tapos, people are paying money for that.
Diba?
Kasi, to be entertained. So,
dapat maganda yung show.
mas maganda yung show.
Yeah,
Pag
diba?
sinulat
Pero
na.
may napapanood ako ng mga rap battle na
Pero meron pa rin.
parang galing.
Parang I think I'm more to that. Yung hindi mo kilala sino yung maging kalaban mo. Di ba? Pwede ba yun yung bunutan?
Pwede. Hindi, actually,
Yun yung
ganun.
I think that's
Actually,
I think mas maganda yun.
Yeah.
Diba?
But
Kung magaling ka talaga, kahit sino iharap sa'yo.
Oo naman. May
Like
mga ganun.
objective ka,
Actually,
hindi ka subjective.
ang dami kong mga super fan ako ng mga battle MCs ngayon ng mga like a lot. Ang dami ang gagaling. And magaling din as a musician and artist, 'di ba? So yan, and congratulations lahat. 'Di ba sa mga rap
Shout out
artists,
sa mga battle MCs.
sa hip hop, the whole hip hop scene, and sa mga taong naniniwala pa rin sa hip hop, and of course sa mga and to the leaders
Who paved the way.
who paved the way to rest in peace Sir Francis Magalona for and para sa pagbukas ng pinto sa lahat. Kasi sinabi ko na dati to kay K9 para sa akin I have this holy trinity of rap. Tatlo yan. That's Francis M, Andrew E, and Glock 9. Kasi sila talaga yung parang para sa akin na influential eh. Lumabas si Francis M, na-realize lahat, pwede mag-rap ang Pinoy. Nung lumabas si Andrew E, pwede pala mag-rap ang Pinoy ng ganyan. And nung lumabas si Glock 9, I'm not saying siya na una nung rapid rap, pero
Kasi you mentioned kanina na si Francis M. He has this rapid rap.
Pero iba kasi din yung cadence ni Glock. Nung lumabas siya, parang
yung flow.
Halos lahat naging gano'n na. Parang, pwede pala yung parang yung cadence ng Bone Thugs.
Yun na yung standard.
Diba? So, yung influence ng tatlong yun, malaki sa whole hip-hop scene. And of course, meron pa mga honorable mentions like Masterplan, of course, Death Threat, and Boom, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Diba? So, ang dami, Legit Misfits, and the batch yung ng Donggalo. And of course, yung mga new school din, and of course, Enigma, yung ginawa niya for the scene. And kasi yun lagi pinag-uusapan natin eh. Nakakatuwa pag may beef. Yung industry beef. Hindi yung personal na beef. Yung industry beef, what I'm saying is battle ba? Yung tulad nung lumabas yung diss track between Flo G and Sixth Threat.
Oh, yeah. Galing
Tapos may nagtanong, sino nanalo?
Damn.
Sino nanalo? Tayo. Nanalo tayo kasi
audience,
ang ganda ng back and forth na yon.
Exactly.
And that enriched
Galing.
the culture. Yun. I'm not saying na mag-away tayo, but that right there is like the whole essence. Unfortunately, that's the essence of hip-hop.
Pero nag-away talaga sila nun?
Wala. It's just industry.
Show lang talaga.
Hindi show.
What?
Parang, may tinatawag kasing banging on wax sa hip-hop, Bo. Na parang, we don't like each other, but we don't have to fight physically. Na lang tayo sa mga track. Pagandahan tayo ng kanta.
Okay.
And yun yung healthy sa hip-hop. Tulad nung nangyari sa, di ba? Ang saya nung lumabas si MGK, nung dinis niya si Eminem. So excited. Everybody was so excited. And then, nung naglabas si Eminem, boom. So, di ba? At the end of the day, ang panalo yung listeners, yung hip-hop community na
binigyan
tayo ng gano'n. Kasi meron naman mga industry beef na parang unlilame nyo. Puros parang wala namang kwenta yung mga back and forth nyo.
Yeah,
pero,
yeah.
di ba? Pero yung Drake and Kendrick Lamar na mga naglabasan, it was healthy. It was healthy for the community and it's part of it. The Nas and Jay-Z beef. So, di ba?
Classic.
Di ba? Unfortunately, the only beef na parang walang nanalo at natalo tayong lahat when Tupac and Biggie had this beef because it escalated to a different level. Yeah. So, unfortunately, I remember when I heard first na Deads si hindi ko mapaliwanag. Parang ang OA ko. Ba't ako naiyak? Ba't ako naiyak namatay si Tupac? Di ko naman siya kilala. Di ba? Parang gano'n. But naapektuhan ako. But yan. So
just keep it on wax.
Yes, keep it on wax and it's healthy for the culture. And Heisey right here is still a student of hip-hop. and she's learning, she's trying. And this guy right here, ito yun talagang ko rin na parang masarap kausap about hip-hop. And yeah, ito naman sa music to.
Sa musician.
Yeah. So yes, again, thank you guys.
But, yeah, thank you.
So,
you know you're hip-hop.
Of course. 'di ba? 1993. 'Di ba? So wala.
Grade 1 pa ako ron.
'Di ba? And at that time medyo, 'di ba? So yun. Shout outs again and congratulations to Sir Andrew E for a very
Sir Andrew,
successful
congrats.
concert.
Mad respect.
And hopefully makapanood din ako ng ano. Doon napanood naman kita ilang beses pero yung concert mo na yan. And,
I hope to see you soon. Medyo matagal na.
And alam mo ba, ilan lang tayo mga naiimbitahan sa bahay niya. Nakapunta kami sa bahay niya.
Yeah.
Dati. Ang ganda, ang laki ng studio niya doon.
Oo nga.
Yeah, so yes. So thank you and to all the people out there. And yes, subscribe.
Yes, subscribe and ring the notification bell for ano.
So
All right, so that's all the time we have for today's episode. Thank you again.
That was a good talk.
yeah.
That was a good talk. Yeah, that was a good talk. We actually learned a lot, right? Especially High C.
Yeah.
Yes.
History of hip-hop.
Next episode, ikaw naman na magsalita kasi
Yeah.
masyadong,
Oo nga.
diba? Hanap tayo ng topic na alam mo.
Oh, food.
Food. Sige, food. Ayan.
Thank
Hindi ko
you
alam
so
yung food.
much.
Magaling lang ako kumain.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Yeah, true.
everyone.
Thank you
Thank you,
and
thank you.
see you guys on the next